In this comprehensive update, we'll cover 5 major developments in the football transfer market involving Emile Smith-Rowe, Raphinha, Fabian Ruiz, Merino and Ricardo Calafiori. Each of these transfers highlights Arsenal's strategic ambitions to bolster their squad for the upcoming season. We'll explore the details of these moves, the motivations behind them, and their potential impact on the clubs and players involved. Arsenal is on the brink of completing their biggest transfer in history, with midfielder Emile Smith-Rowe poised to move to Premier League club Fulham. This transfer marks a significant chapter in the 23-year-old's career. Smith-Rowe, a product of Arsenal's youth system, was once tipped as a future superstar after an impressive 2021-22 campaign. However, injuries have plagued his progress, leading to limited playing time and a diminished role under manager Mikel Arteta. With no guarantee of substantial minutes at the Emirates Stadium this season, a transfer appears to be the best option for Smith-Rowe. According to the Evening Standard, Arsenal and Fulham have agreed on a £35 million transfer fee for Smith-Rowe, marking Arsenal's biggest ever sale. This deal is seen as mutually beneficial, allowing the Gunners to reinvest in new players while providing Smith-Rowe with the opportunity for more consistent playing time. Last season, Smith-Rowe only accumulated 475 minutes of action across all competitions, making the transfer a pragmatic decision for both parties. Moving on to another significant development, Arsenal sporting director Edu Gaspar is keen to capitalise on a favourable situation surrounding their long-term target, Raphinha. Barcelona has reduced the valuation of the Brazilian winger to £42 million, an £8 million decrease from his original price tag. Raphinha, who has had 45 direct goal involvements in 87 outings for Barcelona, is now deemed surplus to requirements by manager Xavi and sporting director Deco. Arsenal's interest in Raphinha is driven by the potential impact he could have on their squad, providing much needed competition and depth on the wings. Edu is eager to bring Raphinha to the Emirates Stadium, especially given Barcelona's willingness to sell. The Brazilian's arrival would be a significant addition to Arsenal's squad, offering competition for Bukayo Saka on the right wing and potentially allowing Gabriel Martinelli to rotate with Raphinha on the left flank. Raphinha's signing would also pave the way for Emile Smith-Rowe's departure from the club. The 23-year-old midfielder's expected move to Fulham in a £35 million deal would almost cover the cost of Raphinha's transfer fee. Turning our attention to another potential acquisition, Arsenal's chances of signing Fabian Ruiz from Paris Saint-Germain have been significantly boosted following a transfer decision by the French club. The 28-year-old Spaniard, who shone in Spain's European Championship victory over the summer, has piqued the interest of the Gunners despite a challenging season in France. Ruiz managed to score 7 goals and provide 3 assists from 35 appearances across all competitions, clocking just over 2,000 minutes on the pitch. Most of these contributions came during PSG's Coupe de France campaign. Considering his inconsistent season at PSG and the club's own transfer activities, Ruiz's departure seems plausible. Arsenal is reported to have initiated contact, with any potential deal likely hinging on Arsenal offloading a midfielder. A loan move, followed by an obligatory purchase, appears to be the most likely arrangement, according to reports from Football London. A crucial piece of the puzzle could soon fall into place, as Arsenal has agreed a fee of up to $45 million with Fulham for the sale of Emile Smith-Rowe. This could pave the way for Ruiz to step in as his replacement, especially with PSG's pursuit of João Neves, giving Arsenal an additional edge in securing the Spanish player. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has reported that French heavyweight PSG is nearing a deal to sign Neves from Benfica for a fee of $76 million, with Renato Sanchez set to move the other way. It's also been suggested that PSG is keen to wrap up the deal as soon as next week, providing Arsenal with a clear timeline if they decide to pursue Ruiz. Next, we turn to Arsenal's heavy links with Merino from Real Sociedad. The Spanish international's performances at the Euros were highly praised, and he has been a key player for Sociedad since joining the La Liga side. While Merino has a £55 million release clause, his contract situation means he could go for less. Arsenal is competing with Barcelona for his signing, but Merino favours a return to the Premier League, making Arsenal clear favourites for his signature. The most commonly recurring target, by some distance, is Merino's Real Sociedad teammate. The Spain international's performances at the Euros were highly praised, and Merino has been a key player for Sociedad since joining the La Liga side from Newcastle. His contract includes a £55 million release clause, but the midfielder's contract situation means he could go for much less. According to Mundo Deportivo, Merino is a priority target for Barcelona and Hansi Flick, as Arsenal contend with one of Europe's biggest clubs for the Spaniard signing. In some good news for Arteta, Mundo claims that Merino is very likely to join Arsenal over Barcelona this summer, and everything indicates that the player will choose North London over the Camp Nou. Barca's financial situation makes it near impossible for them to do a deal for Merino without selling Frenkie de Jong, while it is also believed that he favours a return to the Premier League, making Arsenal clear favourites for his signature. Finally, Arsenal fans are eagerly awaiting the signing of Riccardo Calafiori, who is set to jet into London for his medical. The Italian defender is joining Arsenal on a 5-year contract from Bologna with a deal worth around £40 million. Calafiori, capable of playing both centre-back and left-back, will reinforce Arteta's backline effectively. His signing is seen as a crucial addition to Arsenal's squad, potentially allowing Mikel Arteta to deploy a system similar to Pep Guardiola's successful strategy of playing 4 central defenders. Calafiori's signing could bring Arsenal closer to Manchester City, enhancing their defensive stability for the upcoming season. Calafiori, you feel, will simply be delighted to get this deal over the line. The 21-year-old former Roma defender has impressed for Bologna in Serie A last season. It's believed that personal terms have already been agreed with the player. Calafiori's agents are already thought to have struck an agreement on personal terms with the Gunners, and after a productive few days of negotiations, Arsenal have agreed to pay around £40 million for the player. Calafiori's acquisition should go some way to addressing the defensive frailties Arsenal displayed last season, providing Mikel Arteta with more tactical flexibility and a stronger, more adaptable squad. With Calafiori arriving to bolster the defensive lineup, Arsenal's attention now shifts to strengthening the midfield and attack. These moves signify Arsenal's strategic ambition to compete at the highest levels, with significant acquisitions planned to enhance the squad's depth and versatility. The addition of Calafiori could prove instrumental in implementing Arteta's tactical plans, providing stability and options in the defence. In summary, Arsenal's active pursuit of several high-profile transfers, including the sale of Emile Smith-Rowe to Fulham, the potential acquisition of Raphinha from Barcelona, and Fabian Ruiz from PSG, alongside the confirmed signing of Riccardo Calafiori, underscores their strategic ambition to strengthen the squad ahead of the new season. Arsenal is also heavily linked with Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad, who is favoured to return to the Premier League.